Hi, I'm Erin Harrison coming to you from Cloud Expo in Santa Clara, California. And I'm joined today by James Hicks, who is Senior Solutions Engineer for Strata Scale. Welcome, James.
Thank you very much, Erin.
Thanks for being here. So tell us, what does Strata Scale do?
So Strata Scale is a managed server hosting provider. We provide instant-on, robust capabilities for clients looking to migrate or move their infrastructure from their existing environment, their back closet, their makeshift data center, that kind of thing, to a cloud hosting provider.
Okay, and who are your primary customers and how do you differentiate yourselves?
So from a competition's perspective, we are on par with the SoftLayers, the rack spaces, the GoGrids, and things of that nature. But we really look to differentiate ourselves by providing what we call instant-on access, a fully optimized web user interface, allowing clients to quickly provision, quickly commission servers and all assets, those being the servers, storage, the network, and the security. 2 o'clock in the morning when you need a server, instead of calling our support folks, you can actually turn that box on and have it up and ready to serve users on the web instantly.
Okay, great. And what are some new things that have been happening with Strata Scale?
So today we've got a number of offerings. We've got everything from physical servers to actually VPS models, so you can actually take a physical server and throw a hypervisor on it, throw VMware on it, throw a Citrix in, and things of that. We've got about a half a dozen of those types of levels or models. In the very near future, probably before the end of the calendar year, we'll have about 3 times that. So we'll have multiple CPU families and CPUs available, the Intels and AMDs. We'll have local storage. We'll have solid state drives, SATA drives, SAS drives, and actually have tiered capabilities. So have local storage along with connecting to a SAN or a NAS environment. So those are some of the near-term things that we're looking at doing and opening up our offering to clients. We're seeing a lot of clients and prospects asking for more robust networking, more robust load balancing capabilities, more robust storage facilities and things like that. So that's what we're rolling into the next release that we have coming up.
Okay, great. And would you say that you're seeing less hype about cloud, or is it still sort of, this mysterious concept?
And cloud, the term, still relatively new, right? It lasts 4 or 5 years. We're still really trying to get that definitive definition of what cloud computing is. I look at it more as a anytime, anywhere access to your data. It doesn't matter where the physical data or the infrastructure is housed, as long as you have anytime, anywhere access to it. We're starting to see more and more adoption of that, mainly from the enterprise. Back in the day, only 3 or 4 years ago, enterprises weren't looking at bringing over all of their production types of operating environments to the cloud, but we're seeing more and more partnerships grow. Us as an infrastructure as a service provider, we're starting to partner with other people that are doing networking analysis, that are doing more reporting, that are doing more threshold maintenance, things of that nature, right? So there's partnerships that are growing, more adoption from the enterprise level. The SMBs are seeing that this is really a way of going from doing that capital expenditure and turning that into an operational expenditure, actually, so it's more cost effective to move your operating and your business models to the cloud. So it's getting there, and it's really good to see here at Cloud Expo that there's so many different types of vendors, distributors, displayers here that are talking about what they're providing, what they're offering to the cloud community.
Yeah, very true. Also, how do you see things playing out maybe in the next 12 months? What is next? Do you think standards are really a long way off for cloud?
Standards would be nice in and of itself, just to have some type of definitive framework or foundation in terms of how to migrate your data from one location to the other, right? The standard, the P2V types of things, going from physical to virtual, and the V2V, those kinds of things. We're looking at seeing some alliances come into play, and they're talking about it here at Cloud Expo, about how those are coming into play. But I think really helping the industry and mainly the SMB folks get out of that first mile, so getting out of their office to the cloud, so network bandwidth, network throughput. So we're starting to see more and more of those types of opportunities come about. I think that's going to be the next big thing. Security, in terms of being able to say you can actually encrypt your data, actually provide a really secure flow of your data out of your office to the cloud and to your end customers. I think those are going to be the next trends that are going to come about in the next few months.
Okay, great. And finally, I was at the Gartner Symposium, the CIO Symposium, back a couple weeks ago in Orlando, and the common thread there was that CIOs are being charged to do more with less.
Right.
So Why is a cloud-hosted solution, why does that make sense from a cost perspective?
Right, that's a great question. And a lot of times when I'm talking to prospective customers, and it's not necessarily that a system administrator or a network administrator is losing their job because they're migrating to the cloud. We're actually making it look like they're going to have more and more strategic types of activities within the organization. So instead of being the guy that's on the ground, pulling the cables and inserting hard drives and doing those types of remedial type of tedious tasks, they're now looking more at the strategic aspects of how to grow the business from that perspective. So you're actually putting those high dollar or high value engineers and administrators to more use for the long-term goals of the organization.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, James, for joining me.
Thank you.
I've been speaking with James Hicks, Senior Solutions Engineer for Strata Scale. I'm Erin Harrison at Cloud Expo in Santa Clara, California.